Hello, race fans, and welcome back to the More Freedom Series. Today we have traveled to the Texas Motor Speedway for the Texas 100. This is going to be race number 23 in the More Freedom Series Season 5. And as the season is on its downhill slope, heading into fall, let's go through your current top 10 and points. Your points leader is the 13 of King of the Aces. Second's going to be the 25 of JTM. Third will be the 666 of Pistol Pete. Fourth will be the 96 of Nico. Fifth will be the 23 of Fuller Than You. Sixth will be the 00 of Mudbone. Seventh will be the 88 of NM. Eighth will be the 799 of Mike Check. Ninth will be the 999 of Deviant. And rounding out your top 10 will be the 3 of Geek Girl Games. Let's check in on those team and chassis standings. MBR now leads the way over Aces to Zed Motorsports. Third will be Amish Buggy Racing. Fourth will be Douche Motorsports, and rounding out the top 5 will be G3 Motorsports. Chassis standings are Dodge, Chevy, and Toyota. That's a look at all things points here today for this Texas 100. I want to say a special shout out to the 34 of Super Snake. He welcomed his son into the world this week. And so a special shout out to the 34 of Super Snake and his lovely wife. They have now a little bouncing baby boy. Hopefully they don't bounce it too hard. But congratulations to them. And crowd's already filing in, and they're excited about the race. So let's go racing. As I get these cars fired up and out on the track, let's go through your starting top 10. Starting on the pole will be the 799 of Mike Check, and on his outside, the 25 of JTM. Starting third will be the 38 of Baseman, and on his outside, the 42 of Mel Say What. Starting fifth will be the 88 of NM, and on his outside, the 66 of Hondo. Starting seventh will be the 666 of Pistol Pete, and on his outside, the 14 of Liz Has Nothing. Starting ninth will be the 51 of AJM, and rounding out your top 10 will be the 77 of Zip. Notables for today's race, your points leader, the 13 of King of the Aces, starting 18th here today, and the 96 of Nico, who is not starting in the top 10, will be starting in the 25th position. We're going to see what those two can do to try to move up in the stand. Well, Coda to keep his lead in the standings, and Nico to move up in the standings. But that 25 of JTM starting on the outside of the front row right there next to the 799 of Mike Check. Mike Check is going to try to deliver a win for the Drop Bear Racing team here today at Texas. We're going to see how he does. He's got the 38 of Baseman right there on his bumper, and followed closely behind Baseman is going to be the 88 of NM. So we're going to see how they do to try to pull out a win here today. We're waiting on that start of the beautiful orange and black Dodge Challenger pace car is in. Green flag is out, and we are underway here at Texas. Alrighty, heading down into turn one. JTM's dropping to the bottom of the track. He's going to be followed closely by the 42 of Mel Say What. Mel having a rough go this season so far in her rookie year. She is trying to take the lead here on lap number 1. As it is 3 wide between the 25, the 799, and the 42. So Mel Say What looks like she is going to take the lead here on lap number 1 of the Texas 100. The 88 of NM right there to her back bumper. Let's bring up your timing and scoring. As always, top 10 will be on your left. Favorite driver scrolling across the top. So the 42 of Mel Say What takes over the lead from the 799 of Mike Check. She's going to lead lap number 1. She's going to pull out to 4, 5, 6, 10 car lengths over the 88 of NM, who works into the second position. That 666 of Pistol Pete is, oh my goodness, Pete and JTM almost come together right there into 1 and 2. He's going to have not much draft help right there. He is going to stay in his position. Here comes his teammate, the 34 of Super Snake, the proud Papa, coming up behind the 666 of Pistol Pete, trying to push him around the 14 of Liz Has Nothing. Leader on the track, still that 42 of Mel Say What. We're going to see if the 88 can close in. I don't know if Pete has it down here on the bottom. We see that 14 of Liz Has Nothing is able to just stay with him here. That is Liz Has Nothing for Scorer Racing. Liz currently, she's had a few good races this season, has just had some detrimental races in that span where she could be up there in the lead and then her car breaks. Currently running 36th in points this season, but Pistol Pete finally able to get around that 14 of Liz Has Nothing. He's going to slide up to the top. He's going to get a little bit of draft right there. We're going to see if the 34 of Super Snake can get the hammer down into 3 and 4 here. Looks like he's going to push around the inside of that 14 of Liz Has Nothing, followed along by the 11 of TC Roberts here. We'll check in on your leaders in just a moment. As shuffling for position here, see the 66 of Honda running the high line right there. As the 96 working down to his inside, battle on the track for the 9th position right here between the 96, the 66, and the 00 of Mudbone. Following right behind Mudbone is going to be the 29 of Wishbone Attack, the old man right there behind the 00. Looks like Wishbone trying to push Mudbone out around that 66 of Hondo. Here comes the 8 of Moon Bunny. We're going to see. I thought Wishbone was going to jump down to the 3rd line there. He is going to try to work down to the inside. We're going to jump back up here to the front as we see the 33 of Harvey Jones. Did I just miss Harvey here, or is he a lap down? No, I just not sure, to be real honest. But the 42 of Mel Say What still out to the lead of this race. Harvey, I guess just out of nowhere. I completely missed the 33 of Harvey Jones. He is in the top 10. He's actually running 7th right now as the 88 of NM right there to the back bumper. The 42 of Mel Say What. We might get a battle for the lead coming up here very soon here at Texas. Mel having led from lap number 1, 8 laps led now as the 88 of NM does get a little bit of a run. He's going to jump down to the inside. We're going to see if his teammate, the 25, goes with him here. JTM may slide up to the high line. He was so close right there. I think a little bit of draft by that 25 and the 88s would have been able to make that pass on the 42 of Mel Say What. JTM with a great run to the outside of his teammates. As just a little bit more for the 88 of NM, as now the 25, I think. So if the 25 and the 88 can draft here, they can catch back up to the 42 of Mel Say What. Mel has got now several car lengths right now over second place, the 88 of NM. We can see how important the draft is here today, as fastest lap on the day is by the 88 of NM at 193.952 miles per hour, as the JTM now working down to the inside of his teammates. JTM, who, again, career leader in just about, or in wins at least, is trying to get another dub under his belt here today. He definitely needs that to help in his pursuit of his first championship here in the More Freedom Series. He's come in second at least once here in the More Freedom Series, and it has been amazing. I don't know if anybody else out there in More Freedom Land could recall the time when JTM actually was doing so bad that he lost his sponsor here in the More Freedom Series and actually had zero sponsorship. And I can't remember who came on board with the 25 after that. It might have been Bass Pro Shops or Cabela's or something like that. And then the Sonic has stuck with him for the last couple years as he has just won race after race. So I know, like, he's definitely hoping for a W here today, as we're going to check in on the 13 of King of the Aces, who currently runs in the 22nd position. So based upon where everybody is running right now, it's a possibility that JTM would actually take over the points lead here today at Texas, as we see the 42 of Mel Say What is lengthened out her lead to about a second here over the 25 and the 88s. Jump back through the field. We see Harvey Jones moving up into the 5th position. Harvey started today's race back in 23rd, so that's why it was very surprising to me. Harvey up to the front very early here in the early going, as we do see both the 29 and the 00 have worked around the 96 of Nico. Wishbone Attack now down to the inside of the 11 of TC Roberts, so maybe, not quite yet for the 29 of Wishbone Attack. He's going to need a little bit of draft help, I think, by the 00 of Mudbone. Checking that timing and scoring, it appears that JTM and NM starting to make up a little bit of time right now on the leader, the 42 of Mel Say What, as we watch a battle right now between the teammates, the 34 of Super Snake and the 666 of Pistol Pete. MBR going for back-to-back wins here in the More Freedom Series, but it is currently being spoiled by the rookie, the 42 of Mel Say What, the Liquid Molly Taco Bell Dodge for Team Reigning Tacos. So, again, Mel has just had a rough go this season, currently running in the 30th position in points. Last few races, though, that 42 has been up near the front of the field. She's led a few times. Just down the stretch in the race, she hasn't been able to keep it together. They've lost time into the pits, just bad, whatever happens. She hasn't been able to keep it there. I remember one time she was leading and went into the pits, and then all of a sudden, bad pit stop, things like that happen here. And so Mel is trying to win this race. I would guess we're actually closing in right now on pit stops here at the Texas 100. We're about lap number 18. Again, Mel's led the whole way. And I would guess we're actually looking at pit stops coming up fairly soon, if not in the next couple laps here at Texas. Your pole sitter, the 799 of Mike Check, they must have missed that setup for the Red Rooster Delivery Toyota for the Drop Bear Racing Team. He has fallen first to last now. So Mike has gone from the front of the field to the back of the field, back here racing with the 333 and keeping it twisted. So not exactly sure what happened to the 799 of Mike Check. He's currently 10 seconds back from your leader, the 42 Mel Say What, has dropped all the way to the back of the pack. Solidly into the second position is that 25 at JTM. Harvey, I think, might be a contender for this race win, as we might have some pit stops happening here. We saw the 14 slide high here, as we do have pit stops on the track. 25 at JTM will take over. We're going to see what he can do here. So he's going to get a lap lead, all important. 5 bonus points for that 25 at JTM. He's cutting into that lead by the 13 of King of the Aces. Slowly but surely right now. Sounds like JTM might be heading into the pits here. Yeah, I thought he was off the gas a little bit coming into 3. He is down and he is into the pits. We're going to follow him along here. Not sure who would have taken over the lead. I saw him go past, but we'll follow the 25. See if he can get into the pits, get out of the pits. We're going to see what that MBR crew has for him here today. Looks like a good run down the front stretch, down pit road for that 25 at JTM. He is going to get into this pits. He's not going to have to slow down for any car, so that could be good for him. Right side tires going on. Fuel going into the 25. That's Sonic Dodge for MBR. Left side's tires going on. 4-tire stop for the 25 at JTM. He is finally down and away. Might have lost a couple seconds there. Oh, he lost a lot of seconds coming out of his pit stall. Looks like he kind of stalled it a little bit. No pun intended. Coming out of his pit stall. But I believe your leader on the track, probably going to be taken back over her lead, is the 42 of Mel Say What, but she's got the 33 of Harvey Jones for RP Racing, that Reynolds Wrap Alienware Dodge. right there to her back bumper. He's working down to the inside. Mel almost comes down and shuts the door on him. Hot race now through 1 and 2 between the 42 and the 33. Down the backstretch goes the 33 of Harvey Jones. He works down to the inside. He's going to take over the lead, I do believe, here. As it is confirmed, I mean, I'm just saying, it looks like the 33 is taken over. We'll make sure. JTM has fallen all the way back to 7th now. We'll let this battle rage on here. Let's go through your current top 10 after those pit stops. Your leader is the 33 of Harvey Jones. Started 23rd today. Had actually worked himself up into the top 10 within five laps. So Harvey is your leader. Second's going to be the 42 of Mel Say What. Third will be the 88 of NM. Fourth will be the 14 of Liz Has Nothing. Fifth will be the 25 of JTM. Sixth will be the 8 of Moon Bunny. Seventh will be the 72 of Duchess. Eighth will be the 29 of Wishbone Attack. Ninth will be now the 203 of Science and working himself up into the top 10. The 660 of Garrett Miller. So Garrett has picked up 28 positions here today in that 660. Started way back in 38th, now up to 10th. So awesome run so far by that 660 of Garrett Miller. I saw peeking into the frame back here the 49 of Jetman, who has two wins this season. Last week, won it at where were we at? Phoenix. There we go. He won it last week at Phoenix, and as now up into the top 15 after starting in the 24th position. Garrett now around the 203 of Signs right here as they work down the backstretch. We're going to see if the 34 of Super Snake, also for Amish Buggy Racing, can work underneath the 203 of Signs. Signs started today's race in 13th position. Signs has had, another one with a rough go this season. Second year in the series for Signs. He's currently running 21st in the points. Able to keep that position over the 34 of Super Snake. We'll kind of work our way back up here to the front of the field. We see our leader still that 33 of Harvey Jones. 42 of Mel Say What, not letting him get away. Checking in on our pole sitter, the 799 of Mike Check after those pit stops, has now worked himself into the 27th position. So doing that work on pit road for the 799 crew and getting themselves back, hopefully back into this race after just what can only be described as a horrible start to this race. Again, also with the 51 of AJM, started today's race in the 9th position. Now he's all the way back to 34th. Trying to catch up to the Red Rooster Delivery Toyota as he runs right there in front of the 66 of Hondo. So Hondo also falling back here. Work through this field. There's your points leader, the 13 of King of the Aces. He is currently running in the 22nd position. So his closest, the 25 currently in the top 10. The 666 of Pistol Pete has fallen back to the 18th position after those pit stops. And we see the 96 of Nico again also falling back right there. So we have people like having great pit stops, and we're having people that are having terrible pit stops here today. As the 29 now to the back bumper of the 72, we saw a pass right there, or an attempted pass by the 999 of Deviant, trying to work into the top 10. This is a battle for the 10th position between the 999 of Deviant and the 203 of Signs. Deviant having started today's race, thought he started top 10. No, he's top 10 in points. Deviant actually started dead last today. So shotgun on the field between the 660 and the 999, both of them now into the top 10. So Deviant and Garrett Miller coming from way back in the back and working themselves into the top 10, as we do see the 29 is got around the 72 of Duchess. That is for the 7th position on the track. We'll jump up here as the 25 at JTM has now caught up to and passed the 88. And it looks like also the 14 of Liz Has Nothing has done the same thing. We're seeing a little bit. We're going to see if have we crossed halfway yet? I believe we have crossed halfway. So your leader at halfway was that 33 of Harvey Jones. I would guess we're going to be looking at pit stops in about 5 to 7 laps now. So the 25 of JTM solidly around the 88 of NM. The 14 of Liz Has Nothing. Liz now up to the 3rd position. She started today's race back in 8th. Highest running car so far for Scorer Racing. Scorer 3-car team this year between himself, the 14 and the 710. Roddy has now fallen out of the top 10 in points. He was up there for the majority of the season. He's now fallen back to 13th here in the second half of the year, as it is just, he doesn't have a win yet, but he has ran pretty well throughout the season. Again, Liz has ran really well. She's actually closing in the gap right now between herself and the 42 of Mel Say What and the 33 of Harvey Jones, your leader. We're going to see if JTM and NM can possibly work together. No sibling rivalry here. They've got to get that 25 up to the front of this field, up to get that W. But again, it looked like JTM stalled that car coming out of his pit stall. Not exactly sure what really happened there with the 25. We did see that as the 14 of Liz Has Nothing gets a great draft on the 42 of Mel Say What. She's gonna, nope, Mel's gonna slam the door right there as the 33 of Harvey Jones still leads away. I think it would be a good idea if the 42 will probably just jump down to the inside, try to make a pass on that 33 of Harvey Jones. She's going to get that draft help by the 14 of Liz Has Nothing. As again, we're closing in on pit stops coming up here, as there it is. 42 decides, yes, I definitely need to try to make this pass here on the 33 of Harvey Jones. I've got some draft help behind me. Couple rookies here going against the wily veteran, the 33 of Harvey Jones, as that is going to allow the 25 at JTM to catch up to the back bumper here. So two wide racing with the 14, the 42, and the 33 allows the 25 at JTM to catch up here. Mel takes over the lead briefly, as she has a good run on the outside here through 1 and 2. JTM slides up, gets a good little bit of draft, works down to the bottom. Liz looks like she's about to take over the lead as we're working lap 41. So the 14 of Liz Has Nothing out to the lead here in the More Freedom Series. She's looking for win number 1 of her career. And she is right there in front of the 25 of JTM and the 42 of Mel Say What and the 33 of Harvey Jones. Dodge battle right here between the 33, the 88, and the 42. NM looks like he has got a great run to the back bumper of the 33 of Harvey Jones here. He's going to try to work down to the inside. I don't think he got enough bite off the turn there. Just a rough go for NM here today, as he has worked up to the front, lost the grip, fallen back multiple times, but your leader on the track, the 14 of Liz Has Nothing for Scorer Racing in the Chick-fil-A Chevy. It's a great looking livery right there for that 14 of Liz Has Nothing. Very cow looking, eat more chicken, as the thing as the logo on the hood says. So she is out to the lead, watching the battle. NM is pitted. So we have pit stops underway here today. Looks like JTM might be coming into the pits here. JTM is into the pits. Liz is staying out here, and she is probably this. I don't know if this will be the last pit stop. We've got 20. Well, I'm guessing that this is probably going to be the last pit stop of the day. It's going to be very close for NM. He may, honestly, he may run out of gas before the end of the race. But Liz has stretched her fuel out an additional lap. She is into the pits. We're going to watch her come down pit road for hopefully the final time for that 14 of Liz Has Nothing for Scorer Racing. We did see the 29 of Wishbone Attack duck in. Liz off the gas a little bit right there. Had to slow down for the 3 of Geek Girl Games. Lots of shenanigans happening on pit road between the 14 and the 77 of Zip. Right side tires on, left side tires going on. We see the 51 of AJM pulling in behind her. Fuel in, she is down, and she is away. We see a little bit of gap right there, closure right there between herself and the 29 of Wishbone Attack. We're going to see what that means for your leader, the 14 of Liz Has Nothing. Note the 420 of Queen of Hearts took over the lead, so it looks like actually the 33 of Harvey Jones probably going to take over the lead here. As we see the 420 of Queen of Hearts coming out of the pits. I think we're going to see... Yes, there goes the 33 of Harvey Jones. So NM, I believe, has worked up into the second position. The 42 of Mel Say What has dropped all the way back to 7th after pit stops. So we saw that happen in the pits where Liz had to slow down. Her out lap was 1 minute 3. So that's about 4 seconds slower, I think. 3 or 4 seconds slower than like the out lap by Queen of Hearts, who may actually be... No, she's not. I was like, is Queen leading this race? No, it's the 33. Let's go through your current top 10. Your leader is the 33 of Harvey Jones. Second's going to be the 88 of NM. Third will be the 25 of JTM. Fourth will be the 14 of Liz Has Nothing. Fifth will be the 660 of Garrett Miller now. Sixth will be the 42 of Mel Say What. Seventh will be the 8 of Moon Bunny. Eighth will be the 29 of Wishbone Attack. Ninth will be the 11 of TC Roberts. 10th will be the 203 of Signs. So Signs rounds out our top 10 right here. We see Jetman up into 12th position. Let's check in on your points leader. The 13 of King of the Aces currently running in the 24th position. The 96 of Nico runs a couple of positions ahead of him, and the 666 of Pistol Pete actually running behind him right now. We'll catch up to them on the track real fast. There is the 96 of Nico. He has a few car links up on the 95 of Zed Brunner. There's your points leader. The 13 of King Has Nothing. King of the Aces. There is Pistol Pete. So Pete has fallen back here in the waning stage of this race. Checking in on the back of the pack is the 329 of Heck of a Duper. He just wanted to be back there hanging out with the 10 of Scooter. But your leader on the track is the 33 of Harvey Jones. With this lap, he has now tied the 42 of Mel Say What for the most laps led today. He has led at halfway. He is about to surpass the 42 of Mel Say What, so he's going to get 15 bonus points here today, which doesn't hurt his chances. I mean, Harvey currently runs 22nd in the points. But listen, a couple wins here and there, and, you know, you can be right there fighting for the championship, as we see with the 49 of Jetman, who is now up to 11th in points. As Liz, working down to the inside of the 25 of JTM, 88 of NM, I think is going to slide high and possibly help his teammate. Liz might just have a better run here. Laps winding down here at Texas. Your leader is at 33 of Harvey Jones. Battle on the track for the third position right now between the 25 and the 14. JTM going to slot in behind the 14 of Liz Has Nothing here as the 88 of NM looking for a win this season in the More Freedom Series. I believe he already has one. Checking that out. He does have one win this season, so he is looking for another one. But Liz Has Nothing is, her car is just, no pun intended, nothing short of amazing right now. That 14 is, I can't say it. She's getting great runs. Score Racing has put a good package onto the 14 here today and just been able to keep her up at the front of this field. Great pit stops by the 14, and she is now down to the inside of the 88 of NM. So Liz looking to pull out a win here today if they can catch the 33 of Harvey Jones in the next 12 laps, provided that they have no pit stops happen right at the end of the race. I think Liz can make it all the way. The questionable ones are going to be like the 88 of NM, possibly the 33 of Harvey Jones. JTM probably can make it. But some of these drivers really are going to possibly have to do a little bit of fuel savings, as Liz is, I mean, honestly, I believe she's going to go to the lead in this lap. If not this lap, she's going to the lead the next lap. Harvey's going to have to block like crazy at this point against the 14 of Liz Has Nothing. We do see a little bit of a block right there. Gives her room down into turn one. I believe Liz is going to take over the lead just convincingly at this point over the 33 of Harvey Jones, as we see the 660 of Garrett Miller has caught up to the 25 of JTM. JTM trying to work to the back bumper of that 33 of Harvey Jones. He's going to get some draft here. Fastest lap on the day will be by the 3 of Geek Girl Games at 194.503 miles per hour. Checking in on notables, the 203 assigns into the top 10, the 999 of Deviant up to 7th position now. As we see that 660 of Garrett Miller taking over the 3rd position right now from the 25 of JTM. This is just allowing the 14 of Liz Has Nothing to extend her lead. She already up by about a half a second, maybe 2/10 of a second right now over that 33 of Harvey Jones. But that car, that 33, the Reynolds Wrap Dodge, I don't think he has anything for that 14 of Liz Has Nothing, and it's going to be a great surprise if any of these other cars do. If anybody can do it, I think it's going to be the 660 of Garrett Miller for Amish Buggy Racing as they work down the front stretch into turn number 1. We'll keep an eye on that. There is the 999 of Deviant, who again started dead last on the day, now up to the 6th position. He's able to get around the 11 of TC Roberts, as that 42 of Mel Say What, again, very strong early going, but falling back now to the 9th position here on the track, right there in front of the 203 assigns. Good look at that beautiful orange and black Dodge Challenger pace car, as we see the 660 of Garrett Miller, who is trying to run down your leaders here today. He is trying to get a W under his belt. I know he's coming second at least once this season, has had a great car. Another one of those plagued with being in the wrong place at the wrong time here this season. Over the last couple of years, he generally has a great car and just gets stuck in just bad situations. So with 4 laps remaining here at Texas, Garrett Miller, again, starting in the last position for Amish Buggy Racing, has now worked himself up into 2nd place. We're going to see if the 25 of JTM can get back into the 3rd spot after starting on the outside front row. Oh, Garrett really slow through the turn right there. I'm not sure if he's running out of gas. But he was very, very slow through 1 and 2. Not sure what was happening. So he was off the gas in 1 and 2. Not sure if he got a little squirrely there. What happened? He's currently sitting 0.8 of a second back from your leader, the 14 of Liz Has Nothing. Just checking in on that flagman. I think we got 2 laps to go when she crosses the stripe here. So with 2 laps remaining here at Texas, your leader is the 14 of Liz Has Nothing. She has currently almost a second lead over the 660 of Garrett Miller. Garrett, again, coming all the way from the back of the pack. He is, I think that bobble through 1 and 2 really hurt him. He had the pace, I think, to catch up to the 42 of the 14 of Liz Has Nothing. She is going to take the white flag. 1 more lap to go for your leader, the 14 of Liz Has Nothing. Trying to get win number 1 under her belt for her career, and she is currently up by 0.8 of a second over the 660 of Garrett Miller. I don't think there is no chance of Garrett catching her unless she runs out of gas. But you're coming off of turn number 4 for the final time. Your winner here today in her first career win, the 14 of Liz Has Nothing. What an awesome car that the 14 had here today for Scorer Racing. She started today's race in the 8th position, strong all day, and great pit stops, the whole 9 yards for that team for Scorer Racing, and she pulls out the win. Let's bring up, let's go through your finishing top 10. Your winner is the 14 of Liz Has Nothing. Second's going to be the 660 of Garrett Miller. Third will be the 33 of Harvey Jones. Fourth will be the 25 of JTM. Fifth will be the 88 of NM. Sixth will be the 999 of Deviant. Seventh will be the 11 of TC Roberts. Eighth will be the 29 of Wishbone Attack. Ninth will be the 42 of Mel Say What. And rounding out your top 10, the 203 of Signs. Notable finishers in this race. King of the Aces, we got to keep mentioning this now, because we're working towards the end of the season. He finished 25th here today. Next week, we head over to Kansas, the Kansas Motor Speedway, for the Kansas 80. That's, again, another exciting race coming up here in the More Freedom Series. Let's check in on those all important points and see what, if anything, has changed up there in the top 2. I think it could be very close between King of the Aces and JTM, but you're seeing those points here on the screen. Finally, let's check in on those team and chassis standings. Good day for MBR. So you're seeing those points here on the screen as well. Man, a great race here today for that 14 of Liz Has Nothing. Her first career win here in the More Freedom Series. An amazing accomplishment. Another rookie winning here in the season. Only a couple of the rookies haven't won yet. So we're going to see if those can follow a suit. But she had an amazing car here today. Just really drove to the front. And that last pit stop, I think she started in 4th or 7th or something like that, and just wasted no time, got to the front of this field, and there was really just no stopping her. The only thing that would have stopped her is running out of fuel, which with those pit stops and her extending her fuel mileage over an extra couple laps, there was just no concern there by the Scorer Racing crew. And so congratulations to her. She is your winner here today. And until next week at Kansas, take care.